Well, the poster boy of House of Impresario has a swanky new address, social 111001, and we're in conversation with the founder of Impresario, new kid on the block, and it is nestled amidst this heritage, pristine white colonnaded building over 100 years old. Quite an address. First off, just take us through the theme, because I've had an opportunity to go and take a look at uh, the whole establishment, but I want Riyaaz to take us through what are his favorite elements of the darker theme that social 110001 has. So let's take a look.
Yes, absolutely. So before we go in, I just want to set a little background.
Yeah.
Social kind of is based on the social spaces of India,
Correct.
vernacular India. And since this is Connaught Place Social, which used to be the colonnade where the gentry used to take walks in the evening, and it became a shopping space, it's always been the beating heart of Delhi as a metropolis. But also CP was also the home of the Postmaster General's office. So it's got the pin code 110001. So this is actually the center of India in many ways.
So that's where you draw the inspiration.
Yes, and that's how the inspiration really came about. And also the post office and the postman was such vital parts of communication within India. And now after mobile phones and WhatsApp messages, it's kind of dying, and its legacy and its importance is fading. So in a sense, it's our kind of love letter or a postcard from the past for the post office and the postman.
Your
So with that,
enduring ode and homage to.
well, yeah, I think it's just a little reminder, like we say, lest we forget, right? We want people to remember, because they were more than just carriers of messages. They actually build bridges between hearts and minds and distances.
Riyaaz, I want to know more about Riyaaz Amlani, the 16-year-old boy who started off, with a footwear store, and now
Wow, you know about that.
yeah, and now he is kind of getting on board Michelin star chefs as well. A whole portfolio of restaurants, from cafes to entertainment, fine and dine. Talk a little bit about this journey of yours.
Yeah, so accidental restaurateur. Did not always mean to be a restaurateur. I was in the entertainment business, making movies before that, selling shoes. And then while I was spending some time at this entertainment center, I realized that people just wanted a space to hang out, And then we got in and started off with Mocha, which was a coffee shop. It just allowed people to hang out. And then one thing led to another. I've been doing this for 23 years. We've explored the length and breadth of hospitality when it comes to restaurants. We've had cafes, casual dining coffee shops, bars, high-end restaurants, luxury restaurants, casual restaurants. And I guess once you start making them and then you enjoy the creative process, and you walk into a room full of smiling, happy guests who are having a great time, it can be very addictive. So I guess I run restaurants now so I can build more. So I really enjoy the process. I think it's one of the businesses that lets you indulge in anything that you love and call it work.
So if you talk about Impresario's portfolio and the growth story for the next 5 years, say, what would be the pecking order, and in terms of the restaurants that you own and the portfolio that you have right now, what would the growth story look like if you had to break it down in terms of percent?
So we will grow social at the scale of about 7 to 8 stores a year, and that's not too fast, that's not too slow. We are also going to make our other brands grow. This year we are going to expand Bang. We're going to take that to a few new markets. We are going to bring Slink and Bardo into Delhi and Bangalore. We are going to scale up Mescalita. We're going to take those up into a lot of different stores. And we're also looking to make a few acquisitions and tuck-ins into the business and help great restaurateurs who have 2 or 3 restaurants in the country, or maybe even just an idea, help them scale and become a national brand, because we've done that before.
So are you planning to be one of the seed investors in few of the companies or few of the restaurants? If you want to name some of them.
No, so I mean, not just seed, we also intend to help them along the journey. So we're not just going to provide money. We're also going to be able to provide boots on the ground and our experience and our relationships and our expertise in supply chain and technology and HR and revenue management systems and tech to help other people scale. So it's not just money, but the whole package.
So how many are there in the shopping bag right now
Well,
under the hood of
I
Impresario?
have a list. I have a list. We are looking for brands that have real resonance with customers,
Yeah.
and passionate promoters, because it's not that we want to buy them off. We want to work with the promoters, and we want to take the promoters to a logical scale, and we want them to grow and expand and participate in their growth story as well.
So average revenue per user, if you speak of that, and from the evolution point of view, post-pandemic to say the next 5 years, do you see that increasing, and what does it stand at this point?
Well,
Category-wise, if
I
you
would
could
say
just break
that
it
if you
down.
think about the average order value that happens on a Swiggy or Zomato now is in the range of 350, and that's grown up from 150 10 years ago. So it's more than double. In the casual dining, what used to be an average spend of 500 is now easily 800, 900. And at the premium segment, where people used to die of a heart attack if they heard that they had to spend more than 5,000 rupees for a meal or a dining out experience per person, they wouldn't believe you, or they would think of it as a complete unnecessary indulgence and paap lagega type, indulgence. But now people don't blink an eyelid. So
Yeah.
I think people are moving up the value chain when it comes to what a meal should cost or can cost.
What is Riyaaz's vision for Impresario Entertainment and Restaurants for the next 5 years?
So we definitely want to become a house of brands. We want to specialize in the full service restaurant space. So we want to help scale up the brand that we have existing in our stable, and we also want to acquire a few brands and help them scale up. It is our vision to be a 10,000 crore food services company by revenue in the next 8 to 10 years, and hopefully we should be about 3 to 4,000 by 5 years.
By
In 5 more years.
5 more years. So you have hinted about an IPO, and I'm sure Dalal Street is probably waiting for your listing. Where do you stand there? And just before the IPO, what's your revenue target? And how many house of brands will you have? How many brands will you have?
It all
under
depends
Impresario?
on the opportunity. Like I said, it's an evolving market. Right now, we've got 3 or 4 brands that we are looking into very closely. India has an appetite for a lot more. We want a greater share of wallet where the wallets are bigger and not smaller. So we are going to go after the top 10 cities in the country, the top 50 locations in the country very aggressively. Somewhere along the process, we will IPO when we feel that we are fully ready. Our systems are robust enough for us to be answerable to the public markets. We are working on that as we speak.
So 3,000 crore seems to be a good
I think yeah, I
milestone
think I think
before
about
IPO.
yeah, I think about 1,500 crores should be okay to
So I
start
think
thinking
you'll
about
be
IPO.
IPOing before 5 years.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we hope that within the next 5 years we will definitely IPO. We are right now closer to 800 crores, and things go well, we should be ready in a couple of years.